In Buddhism, silence holds a profound significance that transcends mere absence of speech. It is considered a powerful tool for spiritual growth and self-awareness. The practice of silence is deeply rooted in the teachings of the Buddha, who often emphasized the importance of mindful speech and the value of quietude. Silence is not just about refraining from speaking. It is about creating a space where one can connect with the deeper layers of consciousness and cultivate inner peace. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, silence offers a sanctuary where one can retreat to reflect, meditate, and gain insight into the true nature of existence. The importance of silence in Buddhism can be traced back to the concept of right speech, one of the elements of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right speech encourages individuals to speak truthfully, kindly, and purposefully, avoiding harmful or frivolous words. By practicing silence, one can avoid the pitfalls of negative speech and instead focus on words that are beneficial and uplifting. Silence also allows for greater mindfulness, enabling practitioners to observe their thoughts and emotions without being swept away by them. This heightened awareness can lead to greater self-control and a deeper understanding of oneself and others. Moreover, silence is seen as a means to cultivate wisdom. In many Buddhist traditions, periods of silence are integrated into daily practice, whether through meditation retreats or moments of quiet reflection. These periods allow practitioners to turn inward, away from external stimuli, and explore the depths of their own minds. Through this introspective process, one can uncover insights that are often obscured by the chatter of everyday life. Silence thus becomes a gateway to enlightenment, offering a path to greater clarity and spiritual awakening. In essence, silence in Buddhism is not an end in itself, but a means to achieve a more profound state of being. It is a practice that fosters mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, helping individuals navigate the complexities of life with greater ease and understanding. By embracing silence, one can create a harmonious balance between inner tranquility and outer engagement, leading to a more fulfilling and enlightened existence. In Buddhism, silence is not merely the absence of speech, but a profound practice that cultivates mindfulness. Mindfulness, or sati in Pali, is the quality of being fully present and aware of the moment without judgment. Silence serves as a powerful tool to deepen this awareness. When we refrain from speaking, we create space to observe our thoughts, emotions, and sensations more clearly. This practice allows us to become more attuned to the subtleties of our inner experiences and the world around us. By embracing silence, we can break free from the constant chatter of the mind that often distracts us from the present moment. This mental noise can cloud our judgment and prevent us from seeing things as they truly are. In silence, we can listen more intently to our inner voice and gain insights that might otherwise be drowned out by external noise and internal dialogue. This heightened state of awareness helps us to respond to situations with greater wisdom and compassion. Moreover, silence as a form of mindfulness encourages us to be more intentional with our words when we do choose to speak. It fosters a sense of responsibility for the impact our words can have on others and ourselves. By practicing mindful silence, we learn to communicate more thoughtfully and effectively, ensuring that our speech aligns with our values and intentions. In essence, silence in Buddhism is not about withdrawing from the world, but engaging with it more deeply and authentically. It is a practice that nurtures inner peace, clarity, and a profound connection to the present moment. Through mindful silence, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world, ultimately leading to greater harmony and enlightenment. In Buddhism, the principle of right speech is one of the key components of the Noble Eightfold Path. This principle emphasizes the importance of speaking truthfully, kindly, and beneficially. Words have immense power. They can heal or harm, build or destroy. Therefore, it is crucial to recognize situations where remaining silent is more virtuous than speaking. When words have the potential to cause harm, silence becomes a protective measure for both oneself and others. Harmful speech can manifest in various forms, such as lying, gossiping, slandering, or using harsh language. Each of these forms can inflict emotional pain, damage relationships, and create negative karma. For instance, Spreading false information or rumors can tarnish someone's reputation and lead to unnecessary suffering. In such cases, choosing silence over speech prevents the perpetuation of harm and maintains a sense of integrity and compassion. Moreover, harsh or angry words can escalate conflicts and deepen misunderstandings. In moments of anger or frustration, it is easy to say things that one might later regret. By practicing restraint and opting for silence in these moments, one can avoid exacerbating the situation and instead create space for calmness and reflection. This approach not only helps in maintaining harmony, but also allows for more thoughtful and constructive communication once emotions have settled. In essence, recognizing when words can cause harm is a vital aspect of mindful living in Buddhism. By choosing silence in such situations, one upholds the principles of right speech and fosters an environment of peace and understanding. This mindful practice not only benefits others, but also contributes to one's own spiritual growth and inner tranquility. In Buddhism, meditation and contemplation are practices deeply rooted in the cultivation of inner peace and self-awareness. Silence plays a crucial role in these practices, serving as a foundation for achieving a tranquil mind. During meditation, silence allows practitioners to turn their attention inward, away from the distractions of the external world. This inward focus is essential for observing the mind's natural tendencies, thoughts, and emotions without judgment or attachment. By remaining silent, meditators create a space where they can witness the arising and passing of mental phenomena, leading to greater insight and understanding. Contemplation, often involving the focused reflection on specific teachings or concepts, also benefits immensely from silence. In these moments of deep thought, silence provides the necessary environment for uninterrupted concentration. It enables practitioners to delve into the subtleties of Buddhist teachings such as the Four Noble Truths or the nature of impermanence with a clear and undisturbed mind. The absence of verbal distractions allows for a more profound engagement with these concepts, fostering a deeper internalization and realization. Moreover, silence during meditation and contemplation helps to cultivate mindfulness, a key aspect of Buddhist practice. Mindfulness involves being fully present in each moment, aware of one's thoughts, feelings, and sensations without becoming entangled in them. Silence supports this state of awareness by minimizing external stimuli that could divert attention away from the present experience. It encourages a heightened sensitivity to the nuances of one's inner landscape, promoting a more intimate connection with oneself. In essence, silence during meditation and contemplation is not merely the absence of sound, but an active and intentional practice that enhances the depth and quality of these spiritual exercises. It is through this deliberate quietude that practitioners can access deeper layers of consciousness, achieve greater clarity, and ultimately progress on their path toward enlightenment. In the presence of anger or strong emotions, remaining silent can be a powerful practice rooted in Buddhist teachings. Anger and intense emotions often cloud our judgment and lead us to say things we might later regret. In such moments, our words can become weapons, causing harm to ourselves and others. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of mindfulness and self-control, particularly when emotions run high. By choosing silence, we create a space to observe our feelings without immediately reacting to them. This pause allows us to gain insight into the root causes of our anger and to respond more skillfully. Silence in the face of strong emotions is not about suppression or avoidance. Rather, it is about creating a mindful gap between stimulus and response. This gap provides an opportunity for introspection and helps prevent the escalation of conflict. When we remain silent, we can better understand the transient nature of our emotions and recognize that they do not define us. This understanding can lead to greater emotional resilience and equanimity. Moreover, silence can serve as a form of compassion towards others. When someone else is angry or upset, responding with silence rather than confrontation can de-escalate the situation. It shows that we are not adding fuel to the fire and are instead choosing a path of peace. This approach aligns with the Buddhist principle of right speech, which encourages us to speak in ways that are truthful, harmonious, and beneficial. In summary, Remaining silent in the presence of anger or strong emotions is a practice that fosters mindfulness, self-awareness, and compassion. It allows us to navigate challenging emotional landscapes with greater wisdom and equanimity, ultimately contributing to more harmonious relationships and inner peace. In Buddhism, listening is considered a profound act of compassion and understanding. When we listen to others, it is essential to remain silent, not just in the literal sense, but also by quieting our internal dialogues and judgments. This form of silence allows us to be fully present with the person speaking, creating a space where they feel heard and valued. By silencing our own thoughts and refraining from interrupting, we can truly absorb what the other person is communicating, both verbally and non-verbally. This deep listening fosters a connection that goes beyond mere words, enabling us to understand the underlying emotions and intentions behind the speech. Remaining silent while listening also helps us practice mindfulness. It encourages us to focus on the present moment and the act of listening itself, rather than planning our response or getting lost in our thoughts. This mindful listening can transform ordinary conversations into opportunities for genuine connection and empathy. It allows us to respond more thoughtfully and appropriately, rather than reacting impulsively or out of habit. Moreover, silence in listening aligns with the Buddhist principle of right speech, one of the elements of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right speech involves speaking truthfully, kindly, and beneficially. By listening silently and attentively, we ensure that when we do speak, our words are more likely to be thoughtful, compassionate, and aligned with these principles. In this way, silence becomes an integral part of ethical communication. In essence, remaining silent when listening to others is not merely about refraining from speech. It is about cultivating an attitude of openness and receptivity. It is about creating a space where true understanding can flourish, where the speaker feels respected and acknowledged, and where our responses are grounded in mindfulness and compassion. Through this practice, we can deepen our relationships and contribute to a more harmonious and understanding world. In situations of conflict or argument, remaining silent can be a powerful practice rooted in Buddhist teachings. Silence in these moments is not about passive submission or avoidance. Rather, it is a conscious choice to refrain from contributing to the escalation of tension and negativity. When emotions run high, words can easily become weapons that inflict harm and deepen divisions. By choosing silence, one creates space for reflection and de-escalation, allowing for a more mindful and compassionate response. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of right speech, which includes speaking truthfully, kindly, and beneficially. In the heat of an argument, maintaining this standard becomes challenging. Silence serves as a protective measure, preventing the utterance of words that may be regretted later. It provides an opportunity to observe one's own emotional state and the dynamics of the situation without immediate reaction. This pause can lead to greater understanding and insight into the root causes of the conflict. Moreover, silence can serve as a mirror for others involved in the argument. It disrupts the cycle of reactive communication and invites others to also pause and reflect. This can shift the energy of the interaction from confrontation to contemplation, opening up possibilities for resolution and reconciliation that might not have been apparent in the midst of heated exchanges. In Buddhist practice, silence is often associated with wisdom and compassion. By choosing not to speak in moments of conflict, one embodies these qualities, demonstrating a commitment to peace and harmony. This does not mean that one should never address issues or stand up for what is right. Rather, it suggests that timing and approach are crucial. Speaking from a place of calm and clarity is far more effective than reacting out of anger or frustration. Ultimately, silence in situations of conflict or argument is a skillful means to foster understanding and healing. It aligns with the Buddhist path of reducing suffering for oneself and others by breaking the cycle of harmful speech and creating conditions for more mindful and compassionate interactions. In Buddhism, the practice of silence is often emphasized as a means to cultivate wisdom and compassion. One crucial situation where remaining silent is particularly beneficial is when you lack full understanding. Speaking without a complete grasp of the subject can lead to misunderstandings, misinformation, and unnecessary conflict. In such instances, silence serves as a form of humility, acknowledging that one does not have all the answers and is open to learning and listening. When we speak without full understanding, we risk spreading false information or making judgments based on incomplete or incorrect data. This can cause harm not only to ourselves but also to others who may take our words at face value. In the teachings of the Buddha, right speech is one of the elements of the Noble Eightfold Path, which guides practitioners toward ethical conduct and mental development. Right speech involves speaking truthfully, kindly, and beneficially. If we are unsure of our knowledge or understanding, it is better to remain silent than to violate these principles. Moreover, silence in the face of incomplete understanding allows for deeper reflection and contemplation. It provides an opportunity to seek further information, ask questions, and engage in mindful listening. This approach aligns with the Buddhist practice of mindfulness, where one remains fully present and aware of their thoughts, words, and actions. By choosing silence over hasty speech, we create space for greater insight and wisdom to emerge. In addition, remaining silent when lacking full understanding fosters a sense of respect for others' perspectives and experiences. It acknowledges that our viewpoint is not the only valid one, and that there is always more to learn from those around us. This attitude of openness and receptivity can strengthen relationships and build a more compassionate community. In summary, choosing silence when we lack full understanding is a powerful practice in Buddhism that promotes humility, mindfulness, and compassion. It helps prevent the spread of misinformation, encourages deeper reflection, and fosters respectful and meaningful interactions with others. Through this mindful approach to communication, we can cultivate greater wisdom and contribute to a more harmonious world. In Buddhism, the practice of right speech is one of the key elements of the Noble Eightfold Path, which guides practitioners toward ethical and mindful living. Gossip and idle talk are seen as forms of speech that can lead to negative consequences for both the speaker and the listener. Engaging in gossip often involves speaking about others in a way that can harm their reputation, spread misinformation, or create unnecessary conflict. Idle talk, on the other hand, refers to conversations that lack meaningful content and can distract individuals from more purposeful and mindful activities. Remaining silent to avoid gossip and idle talk is a way to cultivate mindfulness and ethical conduct. When we choose not to participate in such conversations, we are practicing restraint and self-discipline. This silence allows us to reflect on the impact our words can have on others and encourages us to speak only when our words are beneficial, truthful, and necessary. By refraining from gossip, we also foster a sense of trust and respect within our communities, as people feel safer knowing that their actions and character will not be unfairly judged or discussed behind their backs. Moreover, avoiding idle talk helps us conserve our mental energy and focus on more meaningful pursuits. It encourages us to engage in conversations that are enriching and constructive, rather than those that merely fill time without adding value. This practice aligns with the Buddhist principle of right effort, which involves directing our energy toward wholesome activities that support our spiritual growth. In essence, choosing silence over gossip and idle talk is a powerful way to practice mindfulness and ethical speech. It helps us create a more harmonious environment for ourselves and those around us, while supporting our journey toward greater awareness and inner peace. In moments of compassion and empathy, silence can be a profound and powerful response. When someone is suffering or in distress, our natural inclination might be to offer words of comfort or advice. However, in many cases, the most compassionate thing we can do is to simply be present and listen. Silence allows us to fully absorb the emotions and experiences of others without the distraction of our own thoughts and words. It creates a space where the other person feels heard and understood, which can be incredibly healing. Silence in these moments is not an absence of communication, but rather a deep form of connection. It shows that we are fully engaged and that our attention is entirely on the person who is sharing their pain or joy with us. This kind of attentive silence can convey more empathy than any words could. It demonstrates that we respect their feelings and are willing to hold space for them without judgment or interruption. Moreover, silence allows us to process our own emotions and reactions. When we rush to speak, we may inadvertently project our own feelings onto the situation, which can sometimes lead to misunderstandings or even cause further distress. By remaining silent, we give ourselves the opportunity to reflect on what is being shared with us and respond in a way that is truly supportive and compassionate. In Buddhist practice, this mindful silence aligns with the principles of right speech and right action. It encourages us to speak only when our words are beneficial and to remain silent when they are not. This mindful approach helps cultivate a deeper sense of empathy and compassion, both for ourselves and for others. Ultimately, silence in moments of compassion and empathy is about creating a sacred space where healing can occur. It is about being fully present with another person's suffering or joy, offering our support through our presence rather than through words. This kind of silence is a gift that can foster deeper connections and understanding, enriching both our lives and the lives of those around us. In the context of Buddhist retreats, the practice of noble silence holds a place of profound significance. Noble silence is more than just refraining from speech. It is an intentional practice aimed at fostering deep inner reflection and heightened awareness. During retreats, participants are encouraged to abstain from verbal communication, allowing them to turn their attention inward and cultivate a deeper connection with their own thoughts and emotions. This silence creates a serene environment where the mind can settle, free from the distractions and noise of everyday life. The practice of noble silence serves multiple purposes. Firstly, it helps to minimize external distractions, enabling practitioners to focus more fully on their meditation and mindfulness exercises. Without the need to engage in conversation, individuals can direct their energy towards observing their inner experiences and developing a greater understanding of their mental processes. This uninterrupted introspection is crucial for gaining insights into the nature of the mind and the roots of suffering. Secondly, noble silence fosters a sense of communal harmony within the retreat setting. When everyone commits to silence, a collective atmosphere of tranquility and respect emerges. This shared commitment enhances the overall experience, as each participant's silence supports and reinforces the practice of others. The absence of spoken words encourages nonverbal forms of communication, such as mindful gestures and compassionate presence, which can deepen connections among participants in subtle yet meaningful ways. Moreover, practicing noble silence during retreats can lead to profound personal transformations. As individuals refrain from speaking, they often become more attuned to their habitual thought patterns and emotional responses. This heightened awareness can reveal underlying tendencies towards judgment, impatience, or attachment that might otherwise go unnoticed in daily interactions. By observing these tendencies without the distraction of speech, practitioners can begin to address and transform them, fostering greater equanimity and inner peace. In essence, noble silence is a powerful tool for deepening one's spiritual practice during Buddhist retreats. It provides a unique opportunity to withdraw from external stimuli and engage in sincere self-exploration. Through this practice, individuals can cultivate mindfulness, enhance communal harmony, and gain valuable insights into their own minds. Ultimately, noble silence serves as a gateway to greater clarity, compassion, and inner tranquility, enriching both individual journeys and collective experiences within the retreat setting. In the practice of Buddhism, silence is not merely the absence of speech, but a profound tool for cultivating inner peace and clarity. The modern world is often filled with noise, both external and internal, which can cloud our minds and obscure our true nature. By embracing silence, we create a space where the mind can settle and the heart can open. This quietude allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without attachment or judgment, leading to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our surroundings. Silence serves as a sanctuary where we can retreat from the incessant demands of daily life. It offers an opportunity to disconnect from the external distractions that often lead to stress and anxiety. In this stillness, we can reconnect with our inner selves, fostering a sense of tranquility that permeates our entire being. This inner peace is not just a fleeting moment of calm, but a stable foundation that supports us through life's challenges. Moreover, silence enhances our ability to gain clarity. When we are constantly bombarded with information and stimuli, it becomes difficult to discern what is truly important. Silence strips away the superficial layers, allowing us to see things as they are. It sharpens our awareness and hones our intuition, enabling us to make decisions that are aligned with our true values and intentions. In Buddhist practice, silence is often integrated into meditation and mindfulness exercises. These practices encourage us to focus on the present moment, observing our breath, sensations, and thoughts without getting caught up in them. Through this disciplined approach, we learn to quiet the mind's chatter and cultivate a state of inner stillness. This mental clarity not only enhances our spiritual growth, but also improves our overall well-being. Furthermore, silence can be a powerful tool for self-reflection. It provides the space needed to contemplate our actions, motivations, and their consequences. By regularly engaging in silent reflection, we develop greater self-awareness and insight into our habitual patterns. This awareness is crucial for personal growth and transformation, as it allows us to identify areas where we can improve and make conscious efforts towards positive change. In essence, silence is a gateway to inner peace and clarity in Buddhist practice. It is through this deliberate embrace of quietude that we can transcend the noise of everyday life and connect with the deeper aspects of our being. By making silence a regular part of our spiritual practice, we nurture a sense of serenity and wisdom that guides us on our path towards enlightenment. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, the power of silence often goes unnoticed. Yet, as we have explored, silence holds a profound place in Buddhist practice and philosophy. It is not merely the absence of sound, but a deliberate and mindful choice that can lead to greater understanding, compassion, and inner peace. By embracing silence, we create space for mindfulness, allowing us to be fully present in each moment. This presence enables us to respond rather than react, fostering a more harmonious existence with ourselves and others. Silence can act as a balm in situations where words might cause harm or escalate conflict. It provides a pause that can prevent misunderstandings and promote thoughtful communication. In moments of anger or strong emotions, choosing silence allows us to process our feelings without inflicting them on others, thereby reducing suffering for all involved. Furthermore, silence during meditation and contemplation deepens our practice, helping us connect with our inner selves and the world around us on a more profound level. Listening is another area where silence proves invaluable. By remaining silent, we honor the speaker and truly hear their words, fostering empathy and understanding. This practice can transform our relationships, making them more meaningful and compassionate. In conflicts or arguments, silence can de-escalate tension and open the door to resolution rather than further discord. When we lack full understanding of a situation, silence becomes a wise choice. It prevents the spread of misinformation and allows us to seek clarity before speaking. Similarly, avoiding gossip and idle talk through silence helps maintain integrity and respect within our communities. In moments of compassion and empathy, silence speaks volumes. It shows presence and support without the need for words, often providing comfort that spoken language cannot achieve. Practicing noble silence in retreats or daily life cultivates inner peace and clarity, allowing us to reconnect with our true selves away from the distractions of everyday noise. Ultimately, the power of silence in daily life is transformative. It nurtures mindfulness, fosters better communication, reduces conflict, and enhances our spiritual practice. By integrating moments of silence into our routines, we can cultivate a more peaceful and compassionate existence, both within ourselves and in our interactions with others. Silence is not an empty void, but a space filled with potential for growth, understanding, and profound connection. To keep expanding your spiritual awareness, click one of the videos on screen now.